Hey everyone, it's Sir Skeeve. Today I want to talk to you about something a lot of Pax Dei players are afraid of. Lyonesse, the PvP zone. Now I'm a brand new player with 1.0, but I go into Lyonesse constantly. And in this video I'm going to show you why you should too. Whether you're a solo gatherer, a crafter, or someone against anxious about PvP, I want to walk you through exactly how I survive, what I bring, how I make gold, and why Lyonesse is actually one of the most fun zones in the entire game. So let's jump in. Lyonesse is absolutely resource rich, and it has two materials you can only find there, Ambergrasp and Cannonite. I gather these constantly because they support my jewelry skill, and more importantly, they let me craft sanctified oil, one of the most underrated money printing items in Pax Dei. Sanctified oil can be applied to weapons and armor to give them a huge stat boost, and players are willing to pay a lot of gold for it. Combine that with mobs in Lyonesse dropping gold like crazy, sometimes 50 gold from a single enemy, and this zone is an absolute gold mine. And here's a bonus, Lyonesse gives you a plus 50% combat XP bonus, so even fighting is extra rewarding. Most people avoid the zone because they're scared, so the land is basically untouched.
Side effects of entering Lyonesse may include sudden panic, unexpected screaming, spontaneous invisibility, loss of materials, and mild to severe regret. Consult your clan before entering. PvP not recommended for the faint of heart. Pax Dei good Lyonesse spice potential.
And with the upcoming Verse 5 update, clans will be able to possibly form alliances, claim land, and even build inside the Lyonesse PvP province. Things are gonna get wild. When I go into Lyonesse solo, I go early in the morning when the population is low. I wear armor with the ambush ability, so I can turn invisible. This has saved my life more times than I can count. On my head slot I use Pacify, which helps a ton in fights with mobs. I also leave anything valuable at home. No fancy cloaks, no expensive tools, definitely no construction hammer. I want maximum pack space for loot. If I die, I don't want someone walking away with my best items. The good news is, you don't lose your gold in Lyonesse. And while I stick to ambush builds, a lot of players say the two-handed spear is incredible in PvP because of abilities like chain and throw. The most dangerous part of a solo run is the entrance. When I step into Lyonesse, I slow down immediately. I scan for movement, I listen for footsteps, and especially for pickaxe sounds. If I hear a pickaxe, I usually go the opposite direction. Treat the zone like a survival game. Eyes open, ears open, don't sprint blindly, and don't stand on roads. Also, if you don't know how to get to Lyonesse, open your map, look for the Lyonesse icon, and click it to teleport. It's completely free, no grace required. I keep the interactive map open on my second monitor so I can see where resource deposits are. Every time I find Ambergrasp or Cannonite, I mark it on my in-game map. Over time, I've built a route that lets me move quickly, safely, and efficiently. And as I go deeper into Lyonesse, the population drops off a cliff. And that's where I feel comfortable grabbing iron, granite, cotton, a nookie, and everything else. Deeper usually means safer, but not always. The mobs in Lyonesse aren't just obstacles, they're money. I fight them as often as possible because they drop Cannonite, Ambergrasp, and a ton of gold, sometimes 50 from a single mob.
Show me the money.
The ones I always look for are the residual harvesters. They drop great gold. If things go bad, I use ambush to turn invisible, de-aggro, and reset the fight. This also works on tougher animals like bears and direwolves. Once you learn how to manage your abilities, the zone becomes way less intimidating. Solo runs are great, but group runs? Group runs are some of the most fun you can have in Pax Dei. This is why it's important to meet players, join clans, and form alliances. Recently, my clan, the Scarlet Flame, led by Ruby, was invited by the Moonfire clan of Dolavan to join them for a group run into Lyonesse. We entered with 3 different groups, 18 players total. We had a vanguard group, a middle group, and a rear group. Everyone wore their clan tabard. Each party had a leader, each party had a healer. We kept clan members split so we wouldn't accidentally damage each other as much. We always had someone on lookout and nobody wandered off alone. Here's something important to know. You can't drag bodies in PvP zones, so if someone dies on the other side of a river, you have to actually go to their body to revive them. With 18 players moving together, players think twice before engaging you. It turns Lyonesse into a full-blown adventure. Lyonesse is fun, it's thrilling, it gets your heart pumping, and it's incredibly profitable. Most players avoid it because they're scared of PvP, but with preparation, a plan, and the right mindset, Lyonesse becomes one of the most rewarding places in Pax Dei. If you want rare resources, if you want to make gold, and if you want some of the most exciting gameplay in 1.0, then you owe it to yourself to spend some time in Lyonesse. Go prepared, go smart, but definitely go. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you out there in the wilds of Lyonesse. Just don't kill me. See you next time.